Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardway Garage Southern Campus down here in Long Island. This is my 86 Chevy K20. I'm building that K30 with the parts I had left over. I got a pretty good foundation, but like anything else, any other Chevy in the Northeast, it needs rockers and gab corners. So that's what I'm doing in this episode. This cab had been hit, so it had some damage. I ended up straightening out most of this, but this was really the worst of it. It had been fixed pretty well. If you don't know what these are, this is a spot weld cutter. They come double-sided. I found that the best way to use these is you pre-drill them with like an 1/8 inch drill bit, and then this little spring-loaded point on the cutter itself kind of helps to align it. This really makes the job a lot easier and kind of leaves the metal underneath in better shape. So the floor on the driver's side was really the worst of the rot. This truck had been coated with Rusty Jones when it was at the dealership brand new. The sticker's still on the back window, and that stuff really worked. That's probably the reason that this cab's actually still in such good shape. So definitely a lot of grinding and fitting, trying to get the pieces to fit as tight as possible. You really want a tight gap, so you're not trying to stitch weld two pieces of metal together and you end up just burning a ton of holes in it. I'm using a Miller Multimatic or Millermatic 220 machine. It's a MIG and TIG machine in one. Does AC as well as DC welding. Awesome machine. But I did almost all my other vehicles with a little Hobart Handler 140, which honestly for this kind of stuff is perfect. So after lots of grinding and some coats of Bondo, bodywork is done, ready for a coat of primer. This is my 66 Chevy C10 called Kermit. I've got an LS2 in there with a T56 behind it. This is actually motor number 4. When I swapped it in, I actually did it pretty quickly. But this motor and transmission make this truck like the ultimate road trip vehicle. It gets great fuel mileage. It's comfortable. The suspension is pretty good actually. Those trailing arm rear suspension in these trucks really make them like a nice comfortable ride. So I hopped in there with my dad. We headed up to Connecticut. And we were picking up this. This is a 2016 Chevy L83 5.3 that came out of a 2016 Suburban. And this is what's going to be going in the Squarebody project. I got just about all the parts that I really need to make it happen. I got a harness, computer, the airbox, and the covers for it. So this is what's going to power my Squarebody. And I look forward to keeping you guys updated.